Everybody's seatbelt is low and tight, so that's good. If you got the safety briefing and no questions for me, if you wouldn't mind, just a thumbs up. All set. Alright, thank you guys. Microphones are going to be turned off for takeoff, and then once we get in cruise, we'll get those back on. I'll let you know when that happens. Alright guys, tower just gave us our clearance, so we are ready to go. Alright guys, get the microphones back on. So, what'd you think of that takeoff? So right here below us is the different fields. We got papayas growing. Just in front is the Mauna Loa Macadamia Nut Company. Roman, you weren't too far off. I just looked, 17,900. Do you fly airplanes or helicopters? What kind of airplane? Oh, hold on, this radio here. Sorry about that. Try now.
152 Aerobat, 172.
Okay. All right. Cool.
17,900 what?
Oh, we were talking about the flight hours on this aircraft. So instead of like on your car, you know, you got miles. For aircraft, they just keep track of the hours it's flown. Which, you know, as you can see, the aircraft's like in super good condition. As soon as anything, you know, hits its limit, then we put a brand new one on. So, wow, look at how beautiful that water is. So gorgeous, just really turquoise there along the shore.
Will we be flying over the rift area that was running a couple of years ago?
Are we still? Oh, will we fly over? So we'll be able to see from a distance from the 2018. I know you guys really wanted to see the, you know, the lava eruption, so I kind of reserved most of our time to go hang out there, but that's the exciting stuff. Even after so many years of seeing lava, it's still just mesmerizing. You know, just look at it and it's like, you know, splashing around and shooting high into the air. Earlier this morning, some of those going up over like 200 feet into the air. It's very impressive, very impressive. Yep, just on the 7th, about 4:45 in the morning, the lava started erupting. After 1 day short of 3-month pause. What's different about this eruption is the lower section has been completely covered over by fresh lava, and there's several eruptions all in that lower section. In the past, we've had eruptions inside the caldera, but usually it's just from one source and one specific area. So this one's different in that it's all over. It's all over that whole area. So Aaron, where are you guys coming from? Where's home?
Twin Cities area, Egan, Minnesota.
Oh, cool. This is the first time to Hawaii, or have you been before?
First time.
Nice. Well, it is a pretty special place.
Yeah, we've been trying to get here for 4 years.
Oh, right. And you guys had the COVID kind of blocked the way there. And oh, it's nice to be a little bit more free now, isn't it? Yeah, during that whole time I was just home watching Netflix and trying to, you know, self-help, you know, self-improvement, personal growth, things like that. Unfortunately, the majority of my personal growth happened around my waistline.
Call that the COVID-20?
Yep. All these people here living on one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Kinda crazy. I guess everybody's willing to accept some sort of a risk. That's Pahoa right there. 2014, look how close the lava flow came. 2018. Lava destroyed 700 homes. That's just about 3 miles from here, right over there. There was no warning for that one. The lava just surprised everybody. First day, lava was coming up about 30 feet into the air. Within 2 weeks, there were 24 different fissures. And by the end of a month, the lava had destroyed 300 homes. It went all the way to the ocean, and everybody at that point was thinking, okay, this has been bad, but, you know, maybe we're past the worst of it. Nope, not even close. The lava began erupting back at fissure number 8, except for this time, it wasn't 30 feet, it was 300. It said lava was erupting at a rate of 26,000 gallons every second. That is a lot of lava. So that's when it made that change and destroyed that other 400 homes. So it's kind of amazing. No one lost their life through all that. Angela, if you look straight down, you'll see all the colors of the rainbow. Do you see it? Okay, I'll make a little turn and you'll be able to see it better. Isn't that beautiful? Little cloud bow. So right up here you can see the trees right in the middle of the flow. It looks like it's new growth, but it's actually where the lava went around. There's maybe just a little bit of a high spot there. We call that kipuka, little islands of trees. Every time I see those, it makes me think of when I was a kid. Did anybody else jump from the couch to the sofa and pretend the floor is lava? So right in front of us you can see the trees come to an end. This is all just eruption area. This is the eastern side of Volcanoes National Park. Of course, as you can see, there's no roads, there's no trails. Really the only people that see this side of the park are those that come by helicopter. So in 2015, Norman, the lava was burning right at those trees, right over there. Thankfully, the trees are so saturated with water, they don't really burn very well. They end up just kind of smoldering. So we haven't had any of those wildfires.
So is that rock still hot? You were down on it?
In this area, no. The last time, like I said, this was about 2015, right in this area. Just up ahead, a flow from 2017. That crater was erupting for almost 35 years non-stop. From 1983 to 2018. In 2018, the lava was spilling out from the top, and then it just stopped. All the lava inside drained out. When it drained out, the top was no longer supported, and the whole thing came crashing down. I was actually right here to see it. Very cool.
So does this lava flow here remind anybody of cow dung?
Well, I was thinking of brownies, but I guess you spend any time on the farm, then yeah, I can see that. Alright, give you guys a look here. This is the Pu'u'o'ove. Alright, Angela, come back around our side.
Have they been experiencing any earthquake-related items associated with this eruption?
Oh yeah, lots and lots of earthquakes. In fact, in the preceding 3 months before the eruption, 20 earthquakes a day. Yep. Alright, now just up ahead we got a lot to explore. These are pit craters just in front of us. These are formed when lava comes to the surface, but instead of spewing high into the air, just drops back down. So some of these really steep walls, almost perfect circles. This is Mauna Ulu. In 1969, it was sending lava 1,000 feet into the air. See chain of craters road right below us. This does go all the way down to the ocean. Pauahi crater, Hiaka just there. And then of course, right in the distance, that is Halema'uma'u. That is where the lava is erupting. All around the edges, those huge cracks. The lava is actually quite brittle. Alright, so already I can see some bright orange coming up on that right hand side. That molten lava is about 2,000 degrees. So we get some turns here so everybody gets a chance to see. Welcome to the caldera.
Leslie, is there an outside temperature readout? How do you deal with the possible sudden change in density altitude?
So, what was the question?
Do you have an outside temperature readout? How do you deal with sudden changes in density altitude?
Yeah, we're upwind from all the heat right now. So, yeah, you definitely notice it flying over, you know, some thermals and everything like that. So right now we're about 14 degrees centigrade right from this altitude. So you can already see, Norman, the way that smoke is coming out. So you can kind of see how the that flows. I'm just now getting over the TFR, so 9,000 feet here. We'll kind of swing around so you guys can see it from a little different angle. I doubt at this height that we're going to feel any of the thermals just being above it. But yeah, let's look. Let's see what the temperature does. So we were at 14.2 centigrade. Let's just see what it does over on this side. I know it's going to warm up a little bit. It's got to. Or maybe not too significant. No, I guess not. We climbed up about 2,000 feet, and actually the temperature's decreased. I thought it would be a little bit warmer, but we're out of the heat, the thermals, so. Yeah, there's a new eruption starting about halfway up the crater wall, and then you can see it's kind of spilling in to the crater. And as of today, we've got a little bit more distinction as far as the eruptions. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of main areas. And then we've got that one on the crater wall, which is really dumping out.
Does the lava lake come up at height a lot during this?
Oh yeah, it's come up, easy 100 feet. And the new eruption just covered over the whole thing, so. Alright, did everybody get a good look? Excellent. Right beside us here, this is Mauna Loa, the largest volcano in the world. I say it's the largest volcano in the world because there is a bigger one. It's just not on the world. Yep, Mars. The Mars volcano is actually about 4 times the size of Mauna Loa. Well, I don't know how you guys feel, but I think we just conquered the volcano.
When did Mauna Loa last erupt?
Just this last December. Yeah, about 12 days eruption. From near the top, it went flowed all the way towards Saddle Road. They were worried it was going to cover. It stopped just 1.75 miles from the road. It came real close. So we're leaving the restricted area, the flight restriction, and we're beginning a little bit of a descent. If anybody feels at all any discomfort, just let me know, and I can climb back up. The pressure will go away. Then we'll just try again a little bit more slowly. So no one should feel any pain at all. Just let me know. Really is quite peaceful up here, isn't it?
Okay, pain, you're talking about air pressure?
Yeah.
Hey Wes, do you run these flights through the night?
No night flights. It's kind of amazing how bright that lava is, even in full sunlight. so this beautiful rainforest we're flying over is largely made up of the ohia. The ohia is not found anywhere else in the world, only grows in Hawaii. On the ground it's pretty easy to spot. It's got a bright red flower, oftentimes kind of a pinkish red. Once in a while you'll see a yellow flowered ohia, but that's a little bit more rare. You may notice we have kind of these patches where the trees in some areas are taller and other areas just not as many. And this is a result of different lava flows that happen over the years. The one real obvious just coming up, 1950s right in front of us. And then the one that's almost a barren area, that is 1984. So very recent for that one. Yeah, that's a good question. So it really varies quite a bit depending on where you are in the island. For example, over on the other side, over near the airport, there was a flow from 1859. Still nothing really growing. So the rain is a big, big part of it. Another factor is just the type of lava. If it's that lava that's kind of crumbly, then the seeds can kind of find their way in a little bit and retain some of that moisture. If it's the smoother stuff, the trees will still grow, but it's got to find a little crack. Yeah. So, like I said, this one from the 50s here, so you're talking, good 70 years worth of growth right on this flow. And then the rock itself is actually quite rich in nutrients, so really the main thing it needs is just the rain. Right in this area though, this is, well, I guess we're a little bit high still. I should say about 2 miles downhill. That is the rainiest part, one of the rainiest parts of the island. You get over 3 inches of, I get tongue-tied there, 300 inches of rain. Down at the airport in Hilo, about 136, so just a few miles really makes a difference. So I was thinking, rather than just going straight back to the airport, would you guys like to swing by and look at a couple of waterfalls?
Yeah.
Alright. There's actually quite a few waterfalls up over here. And the Wailuku River is the longest river in the entire state. These waterfalls have a hard time comparing with what you got over in Kauai though. How long are you guys in Kauai for? 2 weeks, yeah. The north side of the island has some pretty amazing ones. Tallest one over there is about 2,600 feet. Several 2,000 foot waterfalls as well. We don't have enough time to get all the way over to those, but I'll show you a couple over here.
The
call it? What are the states?
Let's see. Well, it's going to be a pretty close call. I think over in Kauai does have the tallest one. I'm forgetting the number on that. I was actually just flying over there last month, but forgot the number now. All these just about, well, under 100 feet, each one of these.
Water's coming from a spring somewhere.
No, it's all rainfall.
Are any of these tributaries to Acura Falls?
To which falls?
Acura?
There's, the Rainbow Falls downhill from here. The one that goes up over towards Okaka is way out over that way, so that's still another, like, 7 miles that way. Yeah. Nice one coming up over here. This is Lahiloa. Alright, Andrew, come around to our side.
got here all private or public?
There's quite a bit of private land to the right of the helicopter, but further upslope, then that goes into government land. Part of the forest reserve just over this way. Well, we're kind of working our way back to the airport. Hope everybody enjoyed, had a good time. As a safety reminder, please do not open the doors. Just sit tight, wait for me. Once the blades come to a stop, then I'll come around and open the doors for us. For now, microphone's coming off, and we'll be landed here in just a bit. Alright, welcome back to Hilo. And microphones are back on.